Hey, Audacious Beast, welcome back to my channel. My name is ScottyAllenDay. Almost 42 days into my fitness reboot journey. Once I hit 60 days, then you start burning a lot more. I'll talk a little bit about that on week 6 of my gym journey. You can follow me by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell so you don't miss it. It'll come out. It's coming up this week. Now, I started thinking about when I began, and I wanted to put together a video that I could look back at when I'm in a slump. When I was at my heaviest, and don't get me wrong, I'm still heavy with a long way to go. I remember 10 things that being fat or obese kind of sucky. So I made up the list of my top 10 things that, top 10 reasons obesity sucks. And if you agree with anything, drop it in the comment section below. If you disagree, drop it in the comment section below. I'd like to hear it. So, the number 10, and it's not such a bad one, because, you know, people use tools and stuff like that to be able to help them out. And it's hard to dress the lower body. Of course, when you have that big old thing in the middle, preventing you from being able to bend over all the way, well, it's hard to put your pants on, hard to put your underpants on, and it's really hard to put socks on. Right now, I don't have any problem putting pants, underpants, shorts, whatever it is, on, but I still struggle putting socks on. And the reason is you can't bend down far enough, your arms aren't long enough to be able to use the socks. And a lot of people have this sock tool that they put that on, and then it helps pull the sock on. I didn't want to do that because if I did that, I'd lose the exercise from, you know, putting that sock on. And so I get that little bit of extra exercise, that little bit of stretching, so I can work on trying to get my socks on. I've been successful at it so far. Number 9, I would say, was probably one of the most annoying things. And one of the things I'm glad that's gone, I'm beyond that part, is you have very, very loose bowels. Now, a lot of people that, a lot of the times when I was obese, well, I still am, and while I've been overweight and eating processed foods, man, I had loose bowels. When you had to poop, you had literally 15 seconds to make it to the bathroom. And it was not fun. It was absolutely not fun. You did not have a log. You didn't have a winner. You had a plop and a brown pool to look at. I mean, while I was growing up, it was always, you looked in the toilet and you saw that perfect floater. Well, this ain't no floater. So that's number 9. Enough talking about poop. Number 8 is you're always tired. You have no energy. And that was really true. That was amazing because you're in a sedative mode. You don't feel like going out. You don't feel like walking. You don't even feel like learning a new task or going out and mowing the lawn. I mean, that was bad. And then it also affects your sleep. I mean, I remember tossing and turning all night long because the mattress hurt. But the mattress still bites me because I bought the wrong mattress. I bought a medium firm, and never want to buy a medium firm. But I mean, that was bad. You're tired. You have no energy. You don't feel like getting up. You don't feel like going out. You don't feel like walking. You don't even feel like going to the grocery store. It gets that bad. So, I mean, now it's not that, I mean, now it's perfectly fine. And, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, you know, as we keep going. The other one is going out and travel. Now, this is probably one of the worst parts about being overweight. Is when you go out, if you go to the movie theater, you can't fit into the seat. You go into a restaurant, and they have all these booths, and they have a few tables in the middle. You can't fit into a booth. Even if you are slightly overweight, you really can't fit into a booth. You have to wait for a chair. And that's kind of embarrassing. And then when you have a 30-minute wait and you walk in and you say, well, I need a chair, I can't use a booth. And the waitress says, well, I'm sorry, we don't have a 15-minute wait for that. You got about a half an hour wait. Maybe 40 minutes. Well, I got to sit there and just say, okay. And then travel is another thing. You go on, sit on an airplane, your butt cheeks are taking up 2 seats. And a lot of people that are obese have to buy 2 seats so they can be able to sit in 2 seats. But why spend the extra money? And then the other thing is if you wanted to go to a carnival and ride rides, you can't even ride rides. I remember when I was little and I was too short to ride a ride, and I dreamed to be able to always ride rides. Now all of a sudden I put on this weight and I can't ride rides anymore. This weight's coming off. So, riding rides. Almost too heavy to go horseback riding. When you're traveling, I mean, getting in and out of your car is a chore. Some cars you can't even drive. So that's the everyday tasks, like getting up off the floor. You have to grab something to pull yourself up, if you have the upper body strength. I remember when I was doing truck driving school, and I could barely climb up into the back of the truck. And then I had to pull on something so I could try and get my body up, because my legs were too weak to lift my upper body up. Then I had to crawl underneath the truck, and I had to do the same dang thing. Getting up off the floor, I had to try and find something to grab onto so I could be able to get up off the floor. When you're using the bathroom, you have to do number 1 first, then you turn around and do number 2. You can't do both at the same time. That kind of sucks. So a lot of your everyday tasks, you know, you have to do more of, and you have to work harder to do it. I mean, if you're sitting on a couch, you got to roll to get off. I mean, nah. I want to be able to get up, turn around, sit up, stand up, and I'm done. So, that's number 6. Number 7 is skin problems. When you're sedative for a long time, you'd see people that are walking around and they have sores on their legs, or they have bandages wrapped around their legs. Or psoriasis is even worse for some people that are obese. With me, it's face skin problems, skin tags underneath the armpits, that sort of thing. That's what obesity does. So, facial and skin problems, and you really can't, you know, avoid that. That's your body giving off excess oil that it doesn't want to store from the fat, I guess. I mean, I've tried to look and find enough articles on that, but I find out that, yeah, obesity causes skin problems. So, especially chafing when somebody is morbidly obese and loses a ton of weight real fast, and they got to go in and get skin removal surgery done. Number 4 on my reasons that obesity sucks is excuses. The excuses that sap away your determination and willpower. You know, I started off at the beginning of the year when I was talking about my vlogs and said I wanted to start going to the gym and start making better for myself, and, you know, working really hard to try and get my weight down. And all I kept doing all that time until I got started 42 days ago was, you know what? Let's stop doing that. Let's get things rolling. Let's can the excuses. I'd go and sit in front of the gym and say, oh no, I don't need to work out that day. It's just like this week, which I have a little bit of a story time that goes with my week 6, but I'm not going to say it to you because that gives you a spoiler. I don't want a spoiler. And it's just the excuses, and the excuses just sap your determination and your willpower big time. And it was that first week when I was doing my reboot, man, inside my head just kept, oh no, you don't need to do it, don't, and I'm too tired. No, you don't need to do this, no. Let's go and get a Big Mac or, no, it was bad. And even now with the junk food, I keep getting, I keep thinking about it. And I just got to stay away from it. Anything that I eat at home is what I eat at home, and I'm not going to eat anything else when I'm out on the road. Number 3, and I know I'm going to get flack with this from some of the people on YouTube that watch my channel, and it's body smells. Now, this is very common for most people that are obese. But when you're skinny most of your life and you put on a lot of weight, you don't know about these smells. Now you go into the shower and you normally do your normal shower and you think everything is good. I mean, you wash all your body parts and okay, it's fine. And then it progresses. Now, this weight that I put on, I've had this weight suit for about 4.5 years. And I never knew that there's a lot more maintenance to somebody that put on a lot of weight. So it's just like, yeah, I've got to take a shower every day, which I take a shower every day. But you got to put deodorant underneath the flap underneath where your gut hangs over. You got to wash between your legs and your groin area. You got to make sure that you wash your armpits all the time, because if you have a heat rash, the heat rash smells to high heaven. But the thing is you don't even smell it. You don't even recognize it yourself. So you got to use deodorant a little bit more often. You got to use baby powder a little bit more often. And it's a lot of maintenance. I don't want that kind of maintenance. I want to go into the shower, do my thing, put my pit stick on, and I'm good to go. I don't want to do all this extra work, but I have to now. So you learn about all these different body smells. Now, before I put on all this weight, my feet didn't stink. Well, now I got to make sure I powder my feet. I have my Gold Bond that I put on my feet every day, and just to be able to combat the odors. And I wash my feet every other day. And I take my shower every other day, and I do my shave, and I wash my face, and I wash my armpits, my groin area, so I can be able to get rid of the heat rashes. It's just a lot of work. Number 2 is shopping is a whole lot harder. Once you get past about a 2x, I'd say about a 3x. Once you get past to about a 3x, holy moly, you don't have a choice. If you want to go and get yourself an Iron Maiden shirt or a Motley Crue shirt, you cannot find it. If you want a ball cap, I would say probably out of all the ball caps that I buy, because I like to wear ball caps, out of all the ball caps that I like to buy, that I like to wear, that I buy, maybe 3 out of about 10 don't fit my fat head. And that makes me mad. So, shopping is much harder because you got to buy bigger clothing. Sometimes it takes longer, and then you're penalized. So, if I was an extra large, and I went to go up to 4X, and I went to go and buy the difference in the pants. Well, yeah, you got to use more material, but a lot of times you're paying $8 more for bigger size clothes. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to drop my weight so I don't have to pay so much to put clothes on my body. And there's a lot of times that there's wait times, and there's other times that and because I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'6". Well, being 6'6" and obese, man, the clothing is really hard to get. And then number 1, which I have on my notes. Number 1, and the biggest one that I see, is you get winded very easily. You are sedative, you're tired all the time, you don't feel like moving, you don't feel like walking, you don't feel like getting out. So you sit around all the time. Now, because I was a bus driver, okay, I would walk from the house to get into my car, drive to work. I didn't have very far to walk into the building. I'd do my paperwork and I'd sit down. And I'd go onto the bus and I'd sit down. And I'd work all day sitting down. I'd get up. I'd walk back into the office, turn my stuff in, go back to my truck, and sit down. You just sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. You're not moving. So now, I'm making sure that I'm trying to at least put in 1,000 steps a day. That's what's recommended. 1,000 steps a day. Just to keep the blood circulating, your lungs circulating, fluids in your legs circulating, and to be able to keep your body going. So, I put together the top 10 things that make obesity suck. Hopefully you liked the video. Drop me a comment in the comment section below. If you like the video, like and share the video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Until next time, keep on walking.